All right guys, today I got some exciting news. I'm going to be installing basically a port injection on my Ecoboost, and what that means is that I can run E85 and hopefully add anywhere between 50 to 100 horsepower. I'm really trying to max out the stock block on the Ecoboost before, or even if I decide to go that route with upgrading it. So I'm running about 26 PSI right now. And it's running good. It's on 93 octane. And so I'll show you guys the kit here. Basically, here's the port injection with the injectors already in there, as you guys can see. I got my wiring. Here's stuff for the fueling. Here's a split-second controller. These go to the injectors, and these go to other things I'll show you guys. And I'm really excited about installing all this, as I'll be able to do an E85 tune. So the first step, let's see these little latches right here. So you basically just push those and lift up the back seat. And so it says to basically just lift all this up. Hopefully you guys can see. And then just pull this tab. You can pop these out. It says to pull this. I need to push those in. Oh, there we go. Just pull that out. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is start the car. And it said start the car and let it run dead. Let it run till it's dead, basically. Okay, so it said let it run till it's dead.
Phone disconnected.
I don't know how long this takes. It said to, which clip it said to. Oh, there's dying. Okay, so it died. We're gonna turn it off. Okay, and then that's what it says to do. It says next thing you need to do is take off the battery right here. All right, the next step here, take off the battery. So we got 10 millimeter, took off the positive and the negative. Still got the fan here cooling it down. The next step was to take off this engine cover. There was an 8 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here, and then two 8 millimeters, which is strange. They're different sizes. So we're gonna take that off, set that aside. Got one screw here. The thing goes right there. So 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter. Next thing we're gonna do is take off this fuel line here. That's what we're supposed to do. There's your clip back there. We're supposed to take off And I'll let you guys know if I have to take anything else off. I think I have to take this off too. That part right there. So this, you're gonna take this off first. I know my hand's blocking it, sorry guys. Come on. Well, no, that busted. Come on. There we go. So take that part off. And this, you're gonna slip on and pull up. So all you do is on like that, and then you're gonna lift up on it like that and push up, and it'll disconnect. There'll be some fuel. There'll be some fuel that's gonna pop out of it. So I'll have to do that and get back with you guys. Okay. So after you've removed that piece right there, it actually took a yellow one. You guys can see up under there. It's how the piece slides up under there and disconnects it. It's called a quick disconnect. You can just push that back. And so next up, we have to remove this right here. There's going to be 5 screws. There's one right through here, one there. So 2, 3, 4, and then there's one on the back. You can't really see it. It goes in right. It'll focus right where my finger is, right there. 5, and it should. Yep, there you go. See there's give on it now. It's letting me pull it apart. So here's the screws. There's 5 of them. So for the quick disconnect, I actually ended up using the smallest one, not the blue one. I actually had to use the yellow one. Okay guys, the next step, remember after I said taking out these 5 bolts, there's a lot of stuff you just need to unclip and lift up. Unclip all these, they go to the spark plugs. Unclip all these right here. There's a few other things you just need to unclip. Take the throttle body hose off. And there's one screw I had to get up underneath the car. It's a 13 millimeter, I believe. It's all the way down here. I don't know if you guys can see. So it's right where my finger's pointing. Right there. Right there. I know you can't see it. But I had to get up underneath the car and take that out to take this whole piece out. And there's one plug right there that you need to unplug. Unplug the throttle body thing right here. There's another throttle body sensor right there, and then there's one plug on the inside right there you need to take off, and then you can install this and be good to go. Alright, next up, there are 5. Once I kind of got this off, they say to take it all the way off. I'll see if I actually have to or not here in a minute. There are 5 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that holds this piece on, just an Allen wrench. Then you put this back on top of this part, and you screw the 5 screws that go normally to this, just like a factory. This is where we're at so far. The only issue with installing this manifold back onto this is that you see all these screw holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the first one is actually right. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually right there. But when you install the spacer screw hole, that intake manifold, and I just punched that out and then just broke off the first screw hole. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but it should work fine. I'm going to get all these things back attached. And then I'll show you guys. And then I'm going to install this right here, which is the ethanol Bluetooth, and then these cords go to everything. And then this actually goes, this T fitting actually goes. You guys remember that when we started? So see the T fitting right there? That goes to what would go to the fuel pump. Where we, at the very beginning, we had to have that little yellow coupler to pop it off. So this goes right there, and then this hose is just going to go back on the top. Y'all can see that. Let me get this light in here. See that right there? The top of that T fitting. This piece right here is going to go back on it, which was on its stock. This screw is from, let's see if you guys can see it here. It's from the cover, the Ecoboost engine cover, and you guys can see after it focuses, that is just going to go right in there. It'll let me see this end screw hole here. That's what's going to go in there. Okay, and then I'll show you guys everything else that I've done. Alright, after you've got everything installed and hooked up, just giving you guys a perspective of everything. So what you'll need to do is the kit comes with it, but you see this wire right here, you need to crimp that one and then go all the way down. I also installed new spark plugs. That was pretty easy. Then on this map sensor, I'm going to zoom in there, you're going to crimp this one too. You guys can see all these parts here. So this green wire, of course, goes to the map sensor right there. The red wire goes right there to the black one goes right here, and then all four of these are going to go straight where you would hook up the spark plugs to, right there. And it doesn't matter the order. The other thing you're going to need to do right here is hook those up to the new injectors we've installed. I don't know if you guys can see the new injectors down here. Yeah, right there. Oh, there's 4 of them. And then what you're going to need to do is see these screws here on the split second. You need to take all 4 of those off. There's a plug underneath here. You're going to have to order the cord, and then you're going to have to program this before you reprogram your ECU. And you're going to have to run a test on everything. So your tuner should do all that. But as far as the installation goes, if you guys have any questions on anything, I would say the hardest process really was taking this manifold off and fitting this in here, and then just putting it all back together and making sure it was tight and ready to go. But as you guys can see, this side right here just goes to this. Of course, that goes all the way back. You guys can see any of that right here. It goes to that T-fitting. This is the stock sensor right here, which goes along here, just back there. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll answer as much as I can.